it into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Completes it to Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. looking to throw. Garoppolo. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Barton, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And now here's another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Smith. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Geno now to throw. Now wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as...
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual, and I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine, and that turned out to be true.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. To throw again on second down. Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing now is Geno. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They go with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown! George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. To throw is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
And now here's another interception. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing on third down, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials.
Touchdown, Seahawks! He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 23-yard run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Geno's going to throw. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now Geno on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Now Geno. And now here is another interception. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
McCaffrey running up the middle. They find some open field here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.